Hello Gunpla fans, it is Speedball Haro, and today for you guys I have for you from Gundam Base. I have for you the high-grade Universal Sensory Revived Gundam RX-78 Real Type. Now for those who don't know what the heck a Real Type is, well in Gundam/anime terminology, it is a color difference to create low visibilities with Minovsky particle interference. For that. And as for toy-wise, for those who have ever seen the original Gunpla kits for the original anime, Bandai decided at a point to reissue their 1/100 scale units and change their colors, as you see with our RX here, into these more... Well, some of them had varied. Most of them was like a darker shade, so pretty much think like that, guys. Any of the standard base colors the mobile suit would be, just think like a shade to two shades different in colors depending. And in some cases, however, we may get shades just completely different. I mean, look at the Mark II Gundam we got. That's definitely not opposite, or at least in some sense. But yes, we are looking today at the high-grade Revive RX-78 and its real type colors. And keep in mind, guys, this is a not an old kit, because this is of course the Revive, but then again, think of all the RX-78s we have gotten since the Revive, so it's been a while since we've seen this kit come around. So I'm glad I picked it up, and of course I sort of had to for this line I like. And it's a very interesting build, guys. I haven't built the Revive before, so this is one reason why I picked this up, because I figured, hey, why not knock out two things at once? But it's definitely a lot of fun, and definitely good color separation, as you can see right here on the sticker sheet. It's just eyes, sensors, and the V crest right there. But luckily, however, if you happen to have, utilize some of the Gundam markers, well, then I would recommend, especially for the real types, you guys check out the Gundam Marker MSV set, or pretty much the real type colors, because literally all the colors you see here are, of course, as you see here on the packaging, for all the real type kits we have. And honestly, these are really good markers, guys. I have been using these, and I highly recommend you pick this up, especially for the gray here. This is a good gray, trust me, it has helped me a lot. It's a very useful set, and I hope they don't get rid of it, because they've done with past ones. But yes, this is an easy to build kit. It's fun, and even for not there yet, but an almost 10-year kit, does still hold up compared to its more current units. I mean, as you can see, he can do his full 360. He can bend his arm all... Oh, there we go. Let's move this out of the way so you guys can see better. He can move his arm all the way up that high with no problem. You can, of course, twist his arm if you want. He's got the double bend right there. And, of course, he can wave high with his ball-jointed hands. As for that, he has a good arch bend for the waist section. You can, of course, go all the way around with no blocks whatsoever. Once you, of course, move the armor all the way up, down, and around, to the side as far as you can reach. Pretty good there. Though, sadly, you might pop this out. Back scar armor, sadly, it doesn't separate, so about that far. But foot does have a good amount of articulation to play around with, including the separate armor there. And, of course, you gotta see the head, which you can do the neck bend. And, of course, the standard full ball-jointed 360, which is good. And if I do say so myself, I really like how the details work on this kid's head, especially the eyes there, guys. As you can see, that's a clear eye set, and with a little help with a little paint, really comes together with light, as you can see. I really liked how that turned out. So yeah. So articulation-wise, the build, all that, I really like this kit, even for its age. And I do like the new color scheme it comes in, guys, because as we all know, guys, when it comes to the RX-78, well, we usually have 3 standard sets of colors they like to play around with. The standard, of course, clear types, as into like just any version with a clear plastic and all that stuff, and more commonly seen the G3 colors, the pretty much all gray one, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But the real type version doesn't get as many releases, so yeah. But this definitely works for it. I definitely like it. As for accessories, of course, besides, of course, the standard hands and weapons, so with that, besides the hand he's using, I, of course, have 2 standard open hands for the beam sabers and such like that. You do, of course, get 2 open hands, which one is right there, as you saw before, closer version. In there. And you get 1 extra hand, specifically the trigger hand for the gun, as you guys can see. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for that. You, of course, get a back cover for his waist, because, of course, you have the standard bazooka clip right there. And, of course, as with most RX-78s, you always get a set of beam sabers. The other one's just on the side. Now, the only other thing you will get with this specific kit is the special decal sheet for the real type details, which, yes, I haven't done yet, but I am planning to do once I get more of my real type builds done, so I can do them all together. But as you can see, really nice here, all nice colors, details, all that. It's really fun there. I like. So yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want my opinion, guys, I do recommend this if you can pick him up, because even though, yes, it's not as new as like the Origins kit, the Global, or the G40, or even the entry grade, but it's still a good kit for its age, guys. I definitely would recommend it. It's a fun build no matter what. I have no complaints. Everything's holding together, and see, I can shake this all I want and it's not going to fall apart that easy. So I definitely would recommend that. So of course, before I go, let's take a quick size comparison. Starting with the more recent entry grade RX-78, so you can see the differences with because that's one thing to note too. Detail wise, this one has more detailing than this one does, especially like if you look at the head sculpts here. See, they're the same unit, but their heads are a bit different. I've noticed that with this. And of course, since we're talking about mobile suits and of course real types, we gotta talking about his old buddy Char and his real type Zaku, which you will be seeing soon. But as you can see, yeah, that's how they look together, and I hope to add more once I get my other builds done. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If you can pick this guy up, which remember though, sadly, it is a Gbase exclusive, so that means you can only get it through any Gbase channel, as into official stores, any websites that have Gbase connections, events, and of course once they have restocks of it, because sadly I haven't seen it too much as of late, but maybe once we get the next set of real types, we'll see some restocks. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So I will see you later. I hope you're all enjoying your day, enjoying your hobbies, and of course, I will see you later.